What's going on, Red Sox fans? Welcome into tonight's pregame report. Giovanni Heater joined alongside Carter Hill with you on a thirsty Thursday in Salem. And Carter, it's no wonder that the Sox are 10-1 and 6-0 here at home on Thursdays. The anomaly is real. They lead the league in almost every statistical category. What's going on, Red Sox fans? Welcome into tonight's pregame report. It's this man's 21st birthday, and we thought, hey, we got to come out with a special edition. Let me do a little bit of a numbers breakdown for you. He's got 8, 7, and 6 strikeouts in his last 3 outings. Just 7 total hits amassed over those 3 ball games. A 2.21 earned run average, a 3-1 win-loss record, and 66 total strikeouts. Plain and simple, he's the ace of this team. We don't know how much longer he's going to be around, so we're going to enjoy it while he's here. Carter, this series is tied up at 1 game apiece coming into this evening. Miguel Blaze returns to the starting lineup, 4th best prospect in the organization, red hot on a 13-game hitting streak.
A lot?
All right, well, we've now reached the tail end of July. We've said that this team has earned the right to have the playoff conversation.
Yeah.
Let's have that conversation, right? Series tied at 2 games apiece between the Mudcats and the Red Sox. You'd really like to finish strong this weekend.
So you're in kind of a tricky situation.
6:40 pregame, 7:05 first pitch. Join us at MILB TV and MILB.com. Welcome into the ACC Network Extra Halftime Report. I'm Giovanni alongside Kyle Marshak. It's halftime in Blacksburg between Virginia Tech and Coppin State. Yeah, Kyle, the Fighting Irish clock in with 3 players on the preseason All-ACC team, highlighted by preseason Player of the Year, Hannah Hidalgo. The sophomore guard from New Jersey comes off the heels of a first-team All-American freshman campaign where she averaged 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists a game. Joining Hidalgo at the top of the conference ranks, Olivia Miles is back to full health after missing the postseason due to injury alongside junior guard Sonia Citron, creating a backcourt to be reckoned with down in South Bend. But we can't talk about the top of the conference talent without mentioning Florida State's Tanaya Latson, who finished 2nd in preseason Player of the Year voting, and Sanaya Rivers right behind her, a veteran leading the charge for Westmore at NC State.
The relationship we had was unmatched to anyone else.
Brotherhood. An unbreakable bond that exemplifies one of the truest forms of love. As the youngest of 4 siblings, for Virginia Tech pitcher Griffin Stigg, brotherhood is everything.
The times we would drive around together, I could feel something's off.
That gut feeling proved to be the worst. Griffin's older brother Andrew had passed away from an overdose. He was 20 years old. As time went on, the uphill climb only steepened, but one place that Griffin could find solace was with his teammates, playing the game that he loved. How were you able to navigate your grief while also still playing baseball?
It was tough.
A one-of-a-kind individual in his own right, Griffin has turned this tragedy into a triumph. In 2 short seasons, he's become a stellar talent on the mound while captivating the clubhouse as one of the program's profound leaders. On Sundays this past season, the Hokies wore black. Underneath Griffin's number 26, a McLean High School t-shirt, one that belonged to his brother Drew. Drew Stigg played Division I baseball at George Mason University. Off the field, he was a true artist with a knack for carpentry and a passion for singing. His infectiously positive personality touched the hearts of so many. So you say that Wednesday is the longest, and I agree with you, but I think the best day of the tournament is quarterfinal Thursday, and here's why. The top dogs arrive in town. The top 4 seeds show up to the tournament, and they were ready to rock and roll. But Duke, able to survive a scare against Georgia Tech in the quarterfinals, then how about North Carolina and Wake Forest, an absolute ACC epic between 2 in-state foes that saw Carolina advance, then Chucky Hepburn at the buzzer, the win over Stanford, and finally Clemson. They sneak past SMU to advance.
Yeah, you think the quarterfinals are crazy? The serendipity continued in the semifinals on Friday.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Carolina, Duke, the best rivalry in sports, to keep it plain and simple, right? This place was jam-packed to the brim, and there was a lot on the line. The North Carolina Tar Heels were trying to punch their golden ticket to the NCAA tournament if they could take down Duke. On the other side, the Blue Devils were without Cooper Flagg. Carolina trailed by as many as 24 points in the second half. They came all the way back to make things close, goals, and then they had a chance at the free throw line. 2 free throws to take the lead, 1 to tie. The first free throw, no good. Then Jalen Withers, a lane violation at the free throw line, and Duke holds on to advance to the championship. In 2007, there was not a single elite team to be found. 6 weeks into 2024, there's still one, and it resides in Austin, Texas. The Longhorns are the #1 team in the country and have played like it, winning all 6 of their games by at least 19 points. Texas boasts the top total in scoring defense in all of college football and ranks 2nd defensively in the red zone. On the offensive side, the Longhorns possess a total in scoring offense that ranks 7th in the nation and 1st and 2nd in the SEC, respectively. The icing on top, Texas is the only team loaded enough to win a national championship with a backup quarterback. He is a Manning, after all. The Dogs are good, probably great, but Texas plays in a league of its own. Take us back to Thursday night, that 4th down stop, right? Boston College has scored 21 unanswered. It's the 4th quarter. The game's on the line, 4th down and 1. You burst through the line at midfield. You take down the tailback in the backfield, turnover on downs. The place is going absolutely bonkers. What was the emotion of that moment?
It was a surreal feeling. I couldn't even really celebrate. I was just so excited about that play.
Hi, everybody. Giovanni alongside Kyle Marshak with you from Hard Rock Stadium as we're just about 24 hours away from kickoff between number 7 Miami and Virginia Tech. Well, how about this place, Kyle? The games that have been played on the field behind us, it doesn't get much better.
Yeah, I mean, not many venues can say, let alone in the past decade, but in their entire existence that they've hosted a World Cup and a Super Bowl. So definitely a unique experience for you and I. We evaded the weather on the way in, so should be a fun weekend.
Miami, the Hurricanes rank 7th in the country, a huge opportunity to show that they're a top 10 caliber team, right? Because of Friday night, all the eyes of the nation fixated on Miami Guard.
100%. It's a primetime ACC matchup. You're a third of the way through the regular season, right? So the critics are going to say what they want about that 7 next to the Miami Hurricanes title in the AP Top 25. But there's no denying it. They've done what they could do against those opponents in front of them, and with a large scoring margin, too.
Virginia Tech, on the other side, a little bit of a disappointing start to the 2024 campaign. Hokies sit at just 2-2 on the season, but you can kind of wipe the slate clean if you come away with a top 10 win here this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of unknowns with this Virginia Tech team. The offense didn't look the way we expected in week 1 for the Hokies against Vanderbilt, a team that may be building their own resume in the SEC, and then Rutgers, a Big Ten team. So they've really struggled in terms of non-ACC Power 5 opponents, and now they've got to move on to their own conference. The good thing is it's a kitchen sink game for them, right? They can throw everything at Miami, and they're also 0-0 in the ACC.
Huge ACC rivalry is renewed. It's Virginia Tech and Miami. 7:30 kickoff here from Hard Rock tomorrow night in Miami Gardens. A house of horrors for the Hokies, no more. Virginia Tech puts together its most balanced performance yet in a 37-17 win over Old Dominion on the road in Norfolk. The third time was a charm on Saturday night as Virginia Tech finally got off to a hot start and played their most complimentary football through 3 games.
We responded in all 3 phases at some point during this game, and it was necessary. We started fast, which was necessary. Had we not, we would have been in more of a dogfight down the stretch right there.
The Hokies found their identity running the ball as quarterback Kyron Drones led the team with 117 yards and a touchdown on the ground, while tailback Bayshul Tootin finished right behind him with 115 yards on 21 carries and a pair of scores.
Yeah, I just think we had to commit to it. Sometimes you got to have a little patience and keep handing it off to 33. I mean, I wanted to see what he could do. He was banged up a little bit, and the true dog came out because he wanted the ball. Despite the injury, and he came through for us.
Well, the offense found their rhythm. It was Virginia Tech's defense that wreaked havoc on Old Dominion's novice signal callers all night long. Senior edge rusher Antoine Powell-Ryland graced the headlines with 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery.
Yeah, first of all, that's the 2nd time he's had 4 sacks in a game, and that's only him and Bruce Smith that have done that, and Bruce was here tonight. So incredible accomplishment by APR to do it at home. So many family and friends here. Really, really happy for him.
That's amazing. That's Bruce Smith. Man, oh, that's crazy. That's Bruce Smith. That to be in the conversation with Bruce Smith is like saying that I'm doing something right. So for me, I just got to keep going. I got to try to be on that level even more.
He was one of the guys that Coach Pride challenged. Don't come back and be the same guy, and he's not. And he's not the same guy. On and off the field, he's he's evolving, he's growing up, and it's great to see. And how ironic is it that we gave him the lunch pail and he goes out and does this? He'll probably end up keeping it this week.
Next up for the Hokies, Virginia Tech returns home where they'll face off against former Big East rival Rutgers inside Lane Stadium. But signing off for now from Norfolk for 3304 Sports, I'm Giovanni Heater.